This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Yeah. So in the last session, we were discussing about all the basic terminologies, right? Like what is error, what is defective, what is bug, what is failure, right? And what are the phases in software development life cycle? And I also have given some interview questions also, right? So this part is clear in the last session. Let us recollect once again. So what is error? Error is something like mistakes made by the developer, right? So which results in error in the code, like logical error, syntax error, like that, right? Defect. What is that defect? Expected result is not matching with the actual result, or anything which is not meeting the customer requirement. Okay, the developed software is not meeting the customer requirement, which results in the defect. So these defects you report to the developer, and developer accepts the defect, then we can say it is a bug, right? And failure is what? Failure is something after delivering the software to the customer, while customer is using the application, he is identifying the problem. Okay, the problem has been identified by the end user while using the software, so which you can call it as what? Failure, right? Next, what we can say, like software testing. What is software testing? It's simply what I can say is verification and validation. Are we developing the right application or not? We should check. And also, the developed application is working as per the customer requirements or not, we need to check, right? And the main objective of software testing is what? Why we have to do testing? To give a quality application to the customer. Means a defect-free application to the customer. We need to check this software is not having any bugs. I mean, zero defects, bug-free application, or risk-free, 100% risk-free application. We are delivering it to the customer, right? The main objective is to identify the defects, report the problems to the developer, make sure that all problems has been here. Problem we can say in the testing point of view, I can say it is a defect, right? So you should identify the defects. You need to make sure that all the defects are fixed and closed. Finally, we are delivering a risk-free application to the customer. And next, what qualities does the tester should have? Tester should have always intended to find the defects, right? And customer mindset. Make sure that what if I do this software is not working. This kind of mindset, if we have, good. Next, why do this software application will have defects? Why it will have defects? Because maybe incorrect requirements we collected, wrong design, poor coding, inappropriate testing. This all results in, I mean, what are the reasons for failing the software means you can tell all this. Okay. And also, why do the software application will have defects? Maybe it's due to wrong requirements, wrong design also may have defects. Wrong design, wrong poor coding also may have defects, right? The common issues, what you can say, commonly what defects you can find in the software application. Yesterday we have discussed, right? Like look and feel wise we have defects. Okay, and performance wise we'll have a defects. Security wise we'll have a defects. compatibility wise we have a defect, right? This is all we can say. And what is the quality application or quality software or quality system? An application which is not having any defects and we are delivering a defect free, or a software we are delivering which is meeting all the customer requirements, you can say it's a quality application. And what are the phases in SDLC, software development lifecycle phases? Like planning, okay, requirement collection. First phase is what? Requirement collection, planning, design, coding, testing, delivery, and maintenance. So we'll see today what are the phases that are there in software development lifecycle briefly. Before that, what is early testing? Means testing is conducted as early as possible during software development, right? SDLC. And project and product means what? Project means if software is designed and developed for a specific customer, I can say it's a project. A software is designed and developed to more than one customer, I can say it is a product, right? And why should we do early testing? Is to reduce the cost of fixing the defect. We can go for early testing. Early testing is recommended to reduce the cost of fixing the defect. Right from the requirement collection, we perform the early testing. Means whether the documents which we collect, which we prepared, are they correct or not, we can get the confirmation from the client. Then we go with the design part. Design part is ready, then we get the confirmation. Like that. Every stage we are asking the client for the approval, so that if it is saying yes, yes, then we can go for the next level. Right. That is what, to reduce the cost of fixing the defects. Next, software development life cycle. So actual software development life cycle phases are, right, requirement collection. You know that they should also give requirement collection and feasibility analysis, planning, design. As a part of design specification, you can see HLD, that is what you can call it as high level design, and LLD, which we can call it as low level design. Then coding. As a part of coding, we do some kind of testing here, like unit testing and integration testing. Then testing. As a part of testing, we perform some levels, system testing and user acceptance testing. Then delivery and let's say maintenance. The unit testing and integration testing, we can call it together, called as white box testing. What we can call it as white box, or this white box testing, other name what we can call it as glass box testing. open box testing, or transition testing. And other name for system testing and user acceptance testing together, what I can say is black box testing, these two together. Or behavioral testing also we can say. This both together, what you can call it as gray box testing. Okay, black box and white box together, what you can call it as gray box testing, or experience based testing, or we could say like yeah, beyond that white box and white black box, the developers may also go and check one more. I mean, testers may also go and check one more time, which as a part as a, like experience based testing means they may do that exploratory testing or error guessing kind of thing they may conduct. And then next to delivery and maintenance. So we will see this, what is that requirement collection and feasibility analysis. Let me open software development lifecycle. One second. Today we'll try to understand this software development lifecycle little bit briefly. Okay, just for today. Yes, I'll explain this SDLC. Then we can see SDLC models tomorrow. Okay, for time being. Generally, what is the software development life cycle? It is a process of what I can say software engineering. The word software engineering derives in such a way that it is a process of designing and developing a software application as per the customer needs and expectations in order to fulfill it. It's a software engineering term. How can we define? Right. It is a process of designing and developing a software application as per the customer needs and expectations to fulfill it. So SDLC is a collection of some various stages in the software engineering. What are the various stages? You can see. I can tell. Just now I discussed like the phases like feasibility analysis and requirement collection, then planning, design, coding, testing, and delivery and maintenance. But first, we'll try to understand that what is feasibility analysis. Okay, Feasibility analysis is nothing but it is an estimation phase, I can say. It is an estimation phase. It is an estimation phase where the vendor or the development company will analyze the needs of the customer, okay, and he'll study detailedly what exactly the customer wants in order to fulfill this needs and expectations. So for that, so how many resources we have, what are the technologies that we need to follow, how much budget it will take, right? In what time we can deliver to the customer, okay? What is the expected time, okay? Are we have enough resources or not? Is all we need to analyze it or not before committing the project to the customer. Yes, we can do this project, but by when we can deliver it? What are your requirements? Do we have enough resources? Yes, I have enough resources. I have the technology behind that. I mean, I have the environment behind that. Yes, I do have environment. So they have this all we need to show to the client. Yes. So so first of all, customer is asking on the which domain? Is he asking on the banking domain or sales domain or some cloud-based application or SAP application or any other CRM project or any other application is asking? Okay, he's asking something about cloud-based Salesforce application. Okay, do we have any Salesforce developers here in our team? Do we have any Salesforce developers? Okay, if it is having, then keep it ready. Okay, then related testers we have, related developers we have. Then we can discuss with the client, right? Yeah, what exactly you want, we can develop and give it to him. So, and enough environment is there, and hardware, software equipments are there. We need to check. Like hardware, software equipment means like all the CPU, RAM, and all. And software means related applications which we are supposed to deliver, which we are supposed to develop. Right? These all parameters if we are having, then we can look into that. You can see here this high level activity performed by the team of business analyst and the project manager, where the manager have to or the senior person has to look into the several factors like what are the factors: domain, technology, resources, budget, and the time. So on what domain means the common characteristics like is it a banking or is it a sales or is it in a telecom domain? Which application is expecting? So that we need to check. To develop, suppose the customer is asking that banking application. To develop this banking application, what is the technology that we need to apply? Like Java, .NET, SAP. Okay, if we are applying Java technology, then do we have Java developers here? So resources. As a part of resources, again three things: software resources, hardware resources, and human resources. Hard software resources means all software applications which are required to develop the system. Hardware resources is something like CPU, RAM, hard disk, and all. And human resources, HR, means entire team in a sense, like developers, testers, designers, all together we can say HR related to team. So resources, enough resources do we have? But also we need to check budget. How much budget is going to take to develop this software? That also we need to tell the client. And with what time these all requirements can be delivered? Is it 6 months or 8 months or 1 year? Whatever the timeline is there, we should communicate with the customer. So time taken to deliver that software. These all parameters that we need to look into. Then, okay, once the agreement is made between the client and the customer, I mean customer and the vendor, I mean development company, then that's what we can call it as SOW. What is that SOW? Statement of work, or I can say non-disclosure document. Statement of work or non-disclosure document. So generally, uh, Yeah, other phases generally you may understand, but what is happening, if suppose you joined a company, let me explain clearly. If you are joining any company, let's say you join some TCS or Wipro or any, okay, service-based company. Okay, once you join, you will be on the bench. Bench means business wait. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? You'll be on the bench or in the business wait. Business wait means what you are doing at this point of time. You are not allocated to any project. Okay, you are not allocated to any project. You are just joined as a employee to the new some new company somewhere as a fresher. Okay, you join, or your experience also you join. You will be in the business wait, whatever the designation you might have. What is it might be the role might be, but you are on the business wait means you're just waiting for the project to come internally. So company people have taken you. Okay, but after you join in company, again you will be interviewed by the client. Like so many projects will be there in the company, like some projects like related to banking, some projects related to SAP, some projects related to, because it's a huge big company, MNC company you can say. Yeah, what you'll do at that time? So you will be searching for the projects. You won't search any based on your skill set, based on your experience skill set, wherever the projects are there, you will be keep getting the calls. So they will only call you that, okay, what are your skill set? Please explain, so that we need one resources here. Okay, you will tell your skill set, like I'm good at manual testing, I'm good at Selenium, like that, right? They will take you into that project. Once you are inside the project, okay, are you a manual tester or automation tester? Before only, based on your experience, they will take it. Okay. So once you are allocated to the project, then you are called as billable resources. Before that, you are non-billable. It's just you are coming to the office and going, just attending some trainings and all. Okay. So nowhere the client is getting benefit on behalf of you. Simple. Client is only paying you because you are not allocated to any project. Once you are allocated to the project, that means client is getting some, I mean, our development company is getting some revenue from you. So basically, you are called as revenue enablers. What you called as revenue enablers. You people, once you join to the organization, and that organization is assigned, you are working for some projects. That means you are revenue enabler. You are earning some money to your company. You're earning some money to your company, and that company is paying you. Already they fixed some salary, like monthly 50,000 or 70,000 or 60,000 or 40,000 every month for you. Yearly package they already fixed. But once you join, what you are doing, you are working some for some client. So that client is paying you on behalf of you, is paying to that organization, maybe like 3 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs based on the requirement. I mean, as per the agreement. So our company is getting benefited on us. That is okay. So there are two things here again. Are you a time and material, or are you a fixed pay? If you are a fixed pay, that means our company will discuss with the, I mean, our management or our senior most people will discuss with the client. That is, it is completely 10 crores project or 15 crore project, and it should be completed by 1 year. It is a fixed pay. Now, client won't bother like how many people you hire it. Client won't bother that how many people you are working with. He want only the software to be delivered, which is a quality application. That way he looks. Suppose if we hide like time and material means client is not paying on totally, like he is paying you on hourly basis. like per hour, I'll pay $10 per one resource. This way he will discuss in the beginning only. Or per day, I will pay $15 like that on one resources. If a resource is absent, he is not going to pay anything. If resource is available and is working on that day, he is going to pay for that. So that way also they can talk. That is called time and material. Another part is fixed pay. Fixed pay is total amount, one time only, one time settlement. Like I'll pay 10 crores. I want this project. We're done by 1 year. You put 10 resources or 5 resources or 15 or 20, I don't mind. You complete that project. These things will be in the agreement. First only they discuss in the agreement. The statement of work, okay, non-disclosure documents, this all will be there. So you will first sign it, and yes, once it is done, you'll start working on the project. Generally, we'll go and work, and we'll take the requirements, we'll understand it, we'll develop the test cases, we'll check it, validate, and find the defects and report it to the developer. These activities we will perform. That is our regular job. But what is going on beyond that? Are you a fixed pay resources or a time and material resources? Means once you join, they will take some agreement of NDA we can say, non-disclosure agreement, like that. So you need to fill it and send. So in that it will be mentioned clearly that are you a fixed pay or ND or time and material. So time and material also you don't no worries, or fixed pay also no worries. Okay, our job is to do the same thing, but just I'm telling you what is beyond that, or how the company people will hire. Right. Once you are hired, you are fixed with your some salary. That salary only they'll pay. Now, what they are discussing with the client and what they are getting the revenue, that is different. Okay. But for you, there is no issue. Like even project is there, project is not there, you'll get the salary. That is okay. But once you are assigned to the project, then you're generating some revenue to the company. On behalf of you, company is earning something. Okay, that way it goes, like every employee is earning, so that every employee, what we can say is revenue enablers. They are all revenue enablers. That's okay. Just I'm giving you some clarity on that. Okay. So once you are done with that, then what we'll do? We collect the actual requirements. Okay. Actual requirements are what? Like as a part of requirement collection, our business analyst will collect the requirements. If that we'll say like user stories, they'll collect, right? That user stories all. So sprint wise, we are collecting yes. Okay, the sprint wise, that user stories will be ready, and we'll have a grooming session, and we'll discuss, because if you are following the agile process, so whatever the requirements they asked, we'll discuss within our team, our business team, our business analyst will or whoever interacted with the client and who took the user stories, they'll try to explain us first. Okay, and once you're understanding that requirement or that user stories, then you can start writing your test cases, how to validate the test cases. You'll plan. At the same time, developer also will plan how to develop that functionality. Once he develop the functionality, immediately your test case is also ready, and you will send it for the approval, and the client side people will see, and okay, yes, these test cases are good, you can continue with the testing. Okay, then you will take the test cases, and by the time developer develop the application, and you will go and check it. So this way it continues. In the traditional model, like in the traditional way, how it will be, so there is like requirement specification document. You need to go through all the requirement specification document, understand it. If you have doubts, make it clarify. Okay, and then you'll go and write your test cases and all. Right? It's a like all like huge requirements you are taking and writing. Here, as an agile part, that huge requirements only you are splitting into small requirements. The small requirements can be considered as one user story. So in the form of user stories, you'll get those are all called as which are supposed to be delivered to the client. Those are all called as product backlogs. What we can call it as product backlogs. So those product backlogs, we will from their product backlogs, what we are supposed to deliver for the sprint one, what we are supposed to deliver for sprint two, that we all just analyze and put it ready. Sprint one, 10 stories. Sprint two, 11 stories. Sprint three, 8 stories. It depends on the complexity. Some stories may quickly develop. Some stories may develop very late. It may take some time to develop for the developer. So I cannot deliver within the timeline. So sprints, how we'll plan, like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So within this 3 weeks, I will develop some 5 stories and give it to you. Within this 3 weeks, I'll develop 10 stories and give it to you. So like that, they will plan. So this is all are like sprint planning, we could say. So agile process when it start, I will explain all this. But just what is sprint? Try to understand. What is user story? Try to understand. User story is nothing, but it is a requirement only. But see something like if I tell you like I want login, I want change password, I want some other functionalities in the home page, means it is difficult for you to understand. But simply these all I divided into three. Like one story, I want username in the home page. Okay, developer will know, okay, customer want username field in the home page. He will develop it. For username, what is the minimum criteria? What is the maximum criteria? There are all specifications about username here. You will develop and make it ready. That is one story. Next story, I want password. Password is one story. Your password criteria is what? I want all the whatever I'm typing as a password, it should be displayed on the screen like dot 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 or star 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 is my requirement. Simple. So client will developer will understand and he will develop. Similarly, I want to OK button or OK button or login button. It is a button kind of thing I want. That is another requirement. That is another story. Let's say within this, I got 3 stories here. So 3 stories he will develop as a part of sprint one. And tester also will understand very easily. Username, he understood very clearly like what exactly minimum, maximum criteria. Password also he understood. Okay, but so by this, he can able to develop the test cases clearly and he can validate those functionalities clearly if it is in the form of user stories. Suppose all at a time I give, it will take time for him to complete. Right. So that is main thing. So collecting the requirements, and after that, once as a part of requirement collection, there will be some documents like business requirement document or customer requirement document or user requirement document, and like functional wise, what exactly is expecting like username, password, okay, is all like the functional related things. So as a part of functional requirement specification, I can say. Based on this, development team will go with the design part, like high level design and low level design. So before that, right, planning. So planning is does not affect any other phases. Simple. So project manager will prepare your project plan, and the test manager is going to prepare your test plan. The test plan is nothing but what to do, when to do, how to do, like who has to do. Who has to do means the resource allocation. When to do means the schedule part. When you have to start testing. Okay, when you have to end testing is the schedule part. So when to test. What to test is all scenarios you will plan. Okay, how to test, what to test, how to test, when to test, and who to test. It all comes under plan. So the test plan you will prepare and make it ready. I mean, so our concerned team member will prepare and make it ready so that as per the plan, we'll go and execute your test cases and make sure that it is working fine in all the environment. That way, okay. Next, design phase. Design phase means a design. It is not testers. Developers will go through with that, and they will prepare the design specifications like flow structure, like exactly how that functionality workflow is there, like as a part of high level design. High level design means from root level to leaf level, what is the structure they will design. And at the same time, low level means each page will have some functionalities. That functional for how it is behaving, you can see independently, like in the form of flow charts, in the form of flow diagrams, in the form of data flow diagrams, you can see in the FRS document, right? So this high level and low level design. So high level is like complete end to end, like end to end structure you can see in the high level. Independent flow structure you can see in the low level design. So once the design specifications are ready, then the coding part starts. Means each independent functionalities will be developed by the developers. Like login functionality is there, they will develop and keep it ready. That login functionality, once it is ready, they'll inform to the testers, hello boss, this functionality is ready, you can go and test it. Now, by the time when he's developing that login functionality, we are writing how to test that login functionality, we are writing and keeping it ready. So once he is ready, make it ready, we are going and testing that login functionality. And in that any defects are there, we will tell the developer to fix it. Like that is another functionality, like that another functionality. So whatever the functionalities they have developed, they also do testing. Coding will also do testing, like which you call it as unit testing. Once they do unit testing, that again after that they will give it to you. So you need to check in the testing environment whether it is working or not. Like that all the units are working, and for this unit any dependencies are there, any interrelated functionalities are there, that comes under integration part. Okay, so integration also they will mix it, and they will ask you to check. So that integration part which comes under. So unit and integration, once it is they are done, you go and check the system testing part, means end-to-end testing. To overall functionalities you will check, independent functionalities you will check, and also the dependent functionalities also you will check all together. That is comes under system part, system testing. So overall functionalities, once you check in one environment, the same thing you are going to check in the client environment also. That is called UAT environment. So as a part of testing, there are two things here: system testing and user acceptance testing. System testing, let's say it is some one environment. Okay, the once system testing is over, the same code is being deployed into the UAT environment. The developers will put that code in the other environment. Once they put the code in the other environment, means other server or other place, again that in that system also it is working or not, we should check, right? So that is what UAT testing. So as a part of UAT testing, again we can see there are two things like alpha testing and beta testing. So alpha testing will be conducted on the projects, beta testing will be conducted on the products. I mean product. If it is a project, one-to-one, client gave requirements, you are delivering the uh, requirements on the software to that particular client, means you can say it is a project. If it is a product, then there is no direct customer here. All so it is, we are only developing the software and we are promoting and delivering it to the people. Means once the product is ready, whoever purchases it is the owner. But generally what will happen, product based applications like Zoom only you take. First what we'll do, first Zoom people what they will do, free to download, free to use, they'll say. Why they are launching like that? Okay, because it is free, we are using and we are interacting with our friends, we are doing video call, we are doing chatting, we are doing voice, everything. One person connected, 10 persons connected, that is working fine. Like that, when you are connecting with 10-20 people and using it, okay, then you may face some issues, right? Generally, like voice may not be clear, screen sharing may not be clear, okay, and some other features are not working. This is all you face when you are using that free trial version. So that time what will happen, when whatever the issues you face, once you close that Zoom or any other software, it will tell you, please give you the feedbacks. They'll ask for the feedbacks. Happier, not happier, or any suggestions like that. So with what you'll do, I'm not happy, I'm facing so and so issues, like that you'll give some feedbacks, right? Those feedbacks are nothing but defects you are raising to the customer. I mean, you are raising to the development company. This is, we are indirect customers, because I'm not ordering you to develop that software, right? If I'm ordering you to develop that software, then I am become a customer, and whatever I want, you have to deliver it to me. That is like, because I am paying you, I'm paying to the development company, right? So which we call it as what? That is project. Not here product. What is product? Which they only develop one product, okay, in order to launch into the market and gain some business. First, they will give it for free to check whether all the functionalities are working fine or not. Let's say, based on this feedback, what you gave, customer, I mean, indirect customers, we are only the customer. I am using that. Like that, worldwide, all the people will give some suggestions, feedbacks, queries. These all they will collect and try to modify their software. Once their software is working fine, why they will give it for free of cost? Now they will tell you, if you want to download the latest version, please pay $10. If you want to download the latest version, you have to pay $15. Like this, they will try to grab the market, because already they got the feedbacks. From where they got the feedbacks means from you only, like you, like me, like other people who are using for free of cost. And they gave the feedback. Based on that, they modified the software, and no issues are there in that software. Now it is working fine, so they're selling it. So that the market strategy goes like that. So it's a product. But whereas project means what? I am only the owner. I will tell what I want in that software. You will develop and give it to me. That's all. That's it. So which we call it as what? So project. So alpha testing, beta testing are the part of UAT, user acceptance testing. So whether they are eligible for live usage or not, we'll check once after system testing is over. So UAT and system testing are the part of testing phase. Once the testing phase is over, then we go for the delivery, and we'll have a, like if it is a sprint kind of thing, like 3 weeks one sprint. Okay, 3 weeks over. Okay, so in the last week we will give a demo to the client. Hello client, you asked for this sprint 4 functionalities. This 4 functionalities we are ready and they are working fine. Please have a look on the application, and he will, client also will check that application and it is working fine. Then what you will do? Okay, yes ma, I am approving it, and we'll go for the next sprint. Like that, features by some more features in the next point, some more features in the next sprint, like that, till whatever he want, all the needs and expectations are met, till keep on going. That the sprints will go on happening. Sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, like that. Sprint 1 also, some functionalities they'll develop. Sprint 2, some functionalities they'll develop, but they're like do in a planned way, not like all together they develop and they check, right? It's not like a big bang approach. A big bang means what? Big bang approach means, like, you know the requirements very well, okay, and limited functionalities, and requirements are very clear, okay. And but in the big bang approach, what they will do means all the functionalities they will develop at once. If they develop all the functionalities at once, what will happen? Application will be ready fast, but it will take more time to deliver. If you find any defect in that, for developer it will take more time to fix it. right? It's okay. But delivery and maintenance. Delivery means, yes, once after functionalities are ready, they deliver it to the customer, and customer says, okay, okay, then those functionalities are freezed, and they'll go for the next functionalities what is expecting from that software. So this way, they keep on adding the features, we keep on developing the application, right? So once they deliver complete software, maintenance. Maintenance means what? As a part of maintenance, right? So once all the functionalities we delivered, let's say every entire application is ready, we deliver. Okay, maintenance means, so all the development team, testing team not required now. Few developers, few testers will remain in the project, and other will look into the other project. And the people who are there, developers, testers, to give support to that project. Like any, while the customer is using that application, any issues are found, they will address it. Our development team, testing team will address it for those, in order to, until the agreement is over. Because how long our agreement is between the client and vendor, it is between the SOW, right? It is start date and 2 years or 1 year. So we need to give that service to 1 year, right? Complete to the customer. That, so we will be available. So we will give service to the customer until the agreement is over. So that way it goes. Like which model we are applying, like mostly we'll follow the agile process, like Scrum. That we'll discuss on the Monday. Scrum, like what is a spiral model, what is agile model, what is prototype model, what is traditional models like V model, waterfall model. I will discuss all these models in the Monday session. Hope you understood, right? What I'm discussing. So very important. Just try to understand. Okay. Once I finish this part, then when I go with practical implementation, like software testing lifecycle, then what exactly we are doing as a tester, we will come to know. But in and out, everything you should have a knowledge. So you hope you are following what I'm trying to say. Is it clear to one and all? Using the chat room. Use chat room and say yes or no. Any doubts or like that you can ask. But today I'll stop. Okay. From Monday, we'll continue with the models and some more things that we need to discuss. First, this theoretically everything we should understand. Okay. So even once you join the organization, you should not say that any new technical word if you hear, you should not feel difficult in understanding or whatever. So you should be aware of those words, those terminologies. First thing, terminologies, everything you should be aware of. Then work anybody will do. But when you'll speak, when you'll interact with the client, when you'll be in a higher position, that we want. Some people are freshers, some people are experienced, some people are, but everybody should be having a common understanding. Common means you should be aware of those terminologies. So always you should be ready with interacting with the client. The more you interact with the client, that means you have good career. Even though you are a tester, you're interacting with the client, yes, you have good rapport. You will get more on-site opportunities because you are more familiar with the understanding requirements or whatever. So that level we should be, not like just doing our work. Doing our work, everybody will do. I'll assign some work. Okay, tomorrow you write 10 test cases. I'll write it. What is the use? Okay, use in a sense. Okay, your job is there. You'll get 30,000, 40,000 salary. That I am not expecting. So going forward, how you should be? You should be interacting with the client side people always. Yes, hello client. As I am the QM man, QA, quality assurance. QA people we are. As a, if I want to, as a QA means what? If you say yes only, that application will go to the next level. Do you know that? No, don't be very close to the developer. If developer develops something, if you give assurance, yes, it is working fine, then only it goes to the next client level. Otherwise, not. So we are that stage. So that's why we should understand the requirements correctly from the client. For that, you can also interact with the client people and understand, get it understand. So that daily meetings will be there, on-site meetings will be there, client meetings will be there. They will also available. They will ask you anything is there that I want to explain or that I want to tell you. So we can interact and get know the things better way. But our final agenda is to test the application and make sure that this application is working as per the client requirements. Anyway, that we'll see. In the process wise, I will tell you how to do that. But orally, if I discuss, yes, you have every right to ask anything about the product which you are supposed to test and get the things done. Yeah. Can testing find ever defect? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can
I,
testing find every defect in the application?
I didn't get that point. Huh? Can you recall once what you are trying to say? Can you
Okay.
tell me?
What I'm saying is that can while testing, sir, can
Mhm.
during the testing we can find every defect in the application or hidden or it is visible, anything like that.
So you mean to say you are finding defects? Every defect you need to find and report to the developer, or what?
Yeah. In that way, sir.
Yeah, every defect means anything which is not as per the client requirement, you can have a right to raise the defect. Means don't think that maybe it is not a defect. What developer will say? You don't worry about that. If you feel that it is not working correctly, it is not as per the client expectation, you can tell to the developer to fix it. Because maybe something, no, see, simple. You are my friend and you are the developer, I am tester. Few things I may not raise every time defect. Some things I will say this is my observation. Okay, this is my observation. Hello friend. Okay, these are I am finding the observation. So can you check this as a part of my? I am thinking that these are going to be issues. So if you can able to fix it, no problem. Otherwise, I will raise it as a defect. So within between your understanding, some problems may be fixed. Okay, some problems will be rectified. Some problems which are developer only will tell, oh, this is an issue, man. It will take some time to fix it. You please raise it as a defect so that I will take some time and fix it. So then what based on your understanding, what you are doing, you are raising some defects and keeping it as open. So when the developer will fix it, so he'll take some time and he will fix it. Once he fixes the problem, he will close that defect. That way it goes. So you have every right to open the defects. You have every right to tell the developer that this is not working, that is not working, like that. But some will be as a part of observations, some will be as a part of directly raising the defects and wait until the defects has to be fixed. Because you may be from the same organization. I am working for TCS, you are also working for TCS. You are a developer, I am a tester. So why conflicts? We'll discuss, and we don't get any uh, like customer point of view. We should not get any escalations or anything. Suppose developer is some company, tester is some company. Then you have to raise the bugs because he is not our person. Developer is not our person, right? He's some working for some X organization. We are working for some Y organization. So client will give this work not to entire work to one organization. He may give development to one organization. He may give testing to another organization. So our job is what? Always test, find defects. So make sure that developer is not working correctly. So in this regard, you can raise the defects and tell that developer is, uh, the software is not working. So that way we can go, right? Anyway, just I'm giving some clarity on that. But our ultimate goal is to find the defects. Some issues may report it directly, or some issues we can discuss and we can close it. If required, developer only tell that please raise it as a defect. I'll see it and fix it. Is this point clear? Ready?
Yes, sir. There can be also hidden defects, right? Visible and hidden also it will be there, right? How
Hidden
to
defects,
rectify?
yeah, how hidden defects are when you'll raise it. Sense that that's at the part of as a part of error guessing or exploratory testing. When the experience-based testing visit that application, when experience-based testers visit our application, you can find that hidden defect. As a normal tester, you write the test cases and you may test it. You may not find it. Experience-based testers who have product knowledge, who have a knowledge, good knowledge on that domain, they may find. Why? Because such projects they might have tested earlier several times. So for them, it is very easy where exactly the defects will rise. So they will randomly go to that area and try to find the bugs. So that is nothing but an exploratory testing or error guessing we can say. So experience-based testers will perform. We suppose already have tested that functionality. After a few hours, one more tester will visit that same application and check whether any hidden defects are there or not. So that time he is not following the test case document and checking. He is just randomly based on his prior experience he is visiting and finding some issue. Ultimately, as an end user, what this application supposed to be, is it in the same manner or not? That we have to check. If it is not working, anything not working, please raise it as a defect. So how to raise the defects, where to raise the defects, which tool we have to follow. So we will be learning all this during our course. Like Jira, Bugzilla. I'll tell Jira how to work with Jira. I will tell to raise the defects. Okay, during our program. This part is clear, everybody. Till now, what we discussed is clear. The Monday session, rest will continue. Okay. So only one person is speaking. What about others? Are you all are aware of it? What I'm trying to say? Are you okay? Just use chat room, yes, no. So that on Monday we'll discuss. Okay? I'll just share this notes. You can have a look. What there? Murali, Sridevi, Tanushree, Tejas, all the are there, right? So what you're doing? Are you okay? Understood now, everybody? Yeah, then fine. So next session I'll take on Monday. Okay. So just go through with that. Anyhow, video session is also there. If you want, you can recollect. I'll see you everybody on Monday. I'll share this note. Don't worry. I think I got your email IDs right. If not, please share your email IDs. There I kept them. These are your email IDs. Just check it. I'm having everybody's email IDs right. Then, so in the Monday session, I'll discuss about models, SDLC models. Today I discussed software development lifecycle. Yes, SDLC agile model. Okay, that Scrum methodologies. These all I will discuss. Very important that we'll discuss on the Monday session. Okay. So have a nice weekend. On Monday we'll meet. If you have any doubt, please do ask.